Okay, hello, welcome to Diggers Outdoors. I think what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the Hudson Bay tobacco kit. This would be this job right here and the modern version I made right here. Now, what did the Hudson Bay tobacco fire kit have? I don't know, you can't read that from back here. I just did that for my own purposes, but it's a repurposed tin container, a magnifying lens, flint and steel, char cloth, and jute twine. On the modern version, it's going to be a repurposed tin, a Fresnel lens, fat wood, fire starters, and also jute twine. But we're going to kind of take a look at it and see the similarities and the differences and whatnot, and why I decided to do this. Going to change scenes here. We'll get to that. Okay, let's start with the tins here. Move this. No, we can leave that there. That's no big deal. Here, once I flip this around where I can see what I'm doing. Here are the tins here. This is the Hudson Bay. This is the Seresto. Yes, I'm using a Seresto tin. Now, I did wipe this out with alcohol. There's nothing left in it, and the color always comes in a pretty well sealed bag. So, I have no fear of using this for a fire kit. But these were, back in the day, these were actually filled with tobacco, and many people repurposed it for a fire kit because you had your flint and steel in there, and they would use the magnifying lens to light the pipes. This is somewhat going off that same premise, but something else came in. So they're both repurposed tins. So that's one commonality that the two have. Take a look at the lid here. Now the Seresto lid, everybody knows what a Seresto lid looks like. Here's the lid of the Hudson Bay. Now you notice that there's a magnifying glass in it. I'm not doing that with this. I don't want to cut holes in it and introduce water into it if I don't have to. But we're going to get to the magnifying part here in a little bit. And on the Hudson Bay, there's this other little cap here to protect the lens. So let's get into the lens itself. Go back to the lens. There's the lens. Run my hand underneath it. Here's what I'll put in the Seresto kit. It's a Fresnel lens. Now I can pack this in this kit just like that, and it's good to go. I mean, it's all the weather, and I keep it in its sleeve just to keep it from getting all marked up. Put this back in here so I know where that's at. So we'll go to the next thing, which is ignition source. Their second ignition source. The Hudson Bay kit has one of these. This is a striker. There's your flint for your flint and steel. Let's see if I can get something going here. I've never really been too good at this. I still practice it. Make sure it's not that much grease on there. Okay, yeah, we did get some good sparks coming off of it, so that's good. And then you got, for the modern one, we're going to go with the ferro rod. This one has a couple speed bumps in it, but there you go. Kind of looks neat in the camera though too. That's why I did a couple extra ones. But this is going to be your second ignition source along with the Fresnel lens. So now we need ways to start fire. In the Hudson Bay kit, they give you char cloth. Now, you can tell that I've been monkeying around with this just a little bit. There's a couple, actually one whole piece of char cloth missing out of here, but I've been monkeying around with this. And they use this to create an ember. And it also has the jute twine in it that they used to use to make, they used to put some of this in there in their bird's nest to help it burn. Or it's like, well, that's kind of cheating if you're making a bird's nest. Well, no, it's not. If you get a fire, it's not necessarily cheating. It could be a matter of life and death. So anything that'll help you create that flame can't be a bad thing. Which is going to bring us over to the modern kit and the people why I chose the pieces I did for it. One of the first things I'm going to be putting in it is fat wood. Yes, I have my fat wood in a plastic bag. The reason for that is if this would happen to get warm for some reason, and this is not in the bag, the resin in here will tend to start kind of seeping out. It'll get it all over everything. And especially if you get it on this, these things are not exactly easiest. You can clean them, and I'm not saying it's hard, but without like a rubbing alcohol or something like that, it's getting them cleaned off could be difficult. So for my first fire starter, it's going to be fat wood. I also have jute twine as well in this one. One thing with jute twine, when you fray it, will take a spark from that, so it's no way to start a fire. And the last thing I got, and people are going to say I'm cheating, but as I said, this is a modernized kit, so why not put modern fire starters in it? And these are something I got from the Bantam Jamboree. These are quick survive fire starters, and these things, they have about a, I say probably about 3 to 5 minute burn time. So you have some working time with it to get your fire started. Now, why did I make this kit? I've seen that, and I had the components there, and I had the idea. So why not take something that they repurposed back in the day and make the modern version of it? Is it the end all be all of the fire kits? No, it's not. But if you want to kind of challenge yourself out in the woods, I think this might be a nice little kit to make. And everything, once you get it all packed in here, everything will pack into this tin and it will seal up. I already had it in. You kind of have to watch how you put the stuff in here though, just to make sure you get everything in here so it'll fit. Put the fire starters in. This stuff kind of goes off to the side. You take the fat wood. You kind of have, I want to say stuff it. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not making a fire out of it. Well, right behind this door, once you see my hand back here, right behind that door is about eight cans of gasoline. So yeah, that would not be very prudent to make a fire out here in the barn right now. Okay, I hope you liked that. It's something different. Kind of thinking outside the box again. With that modernized kit, that'd be probably something nice to screw around with on a day hike. I'll be honest with you, it's not something you're going to throw in your survival kit. Your fire kit now in a survival situation is going to be much more complex than that. But I'd like to thank the people who recently subscribed, plus my old subscribers that's been around. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.